Hey guys, it's Jim Eva, coming at you with another Tritech baby. So I've been having this little issue. I've been using this thing primarily for 2K polyurethane. And even though I maintain it very well, clean it every time, occasionally I get a problem, and here's the situation I'm facing. When I'm spraying, it suddenly loses pressure, loses prime. So what happens? Spraying along, machine's running fine, go to spray again, and suddenly it's running full power, trying to build pressure, no pressure at the gun. I release the gun, and it comes back up to prime. Sometimes it catches itself and comes back up to prime. Other times I gotta go over, and I gotta give it a little tap, catches. And so that is a real indication that inside the pump unit, in the bottom ball, there is something fouling it. It doesn't do it every time. For instance, I just sprayed out a black and white cabinet job, and the white ran fine, but the black, it seemed like every 2 to 3 minutes it was losing prime. So I don't know, maybe it was a little thicker material, maybe the black was pushing whatever contaminations in there was getting it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear it down a little bit, see if I can find that problem. And this is a step-by-step on how to do that. So the first thing you wanna do, I'm gonna zoom in the camera a little bit so you can see this, a little bit better. And we'll go from there. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off my hopper. And so you wanna be careful with this, because this can be one of the problems that feed, when it loses prime, which is what's happening to me. One of the issues can be this hopper. And so what you want to do is you're going to do this, and then you're going to ease this baby out. Nice and easy. There's 2 gaskets on it, right here. You want to just make sure that they're in great shape, because if they're not making good contact in here, then it's allowing air into the system, and that can be the problem. In this case, they're in perfect shape. So I know that is not the problem. Okay, now step 2. So you're gonna get a wrench, you're gonna loosen this bolt right here, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pop this baby off. Nice and easy. I'm gonna break it down here. Right. Yeah. Well, I think I have found our issue. There's a little bit of garbage in there. It's geez. Could be a little bit of catalyzed paint or a little piece of plastic. Let me see if you can see it in there. So somehow that little piece got through it. I don't know if you can see that. Feels like a little piece of rubber, a little piece of, I don't know, it could be catalyzed paint or catalyst that got hard. I don't know. So once you have this out, it's a real good idea to get it out and clean it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pry this little brass piece up. I'm going to work it up. Work it, work it, work it. Hopefully that's in focus. Just make sure. I'm just going to ease this little piece of thing up. This little brass. There it is. Came right up. I'm gonna just check it out. You know, I'm gonna make sure the seals are still good. Put my fingernail along there. You don't want to damage that. And mine's in pretty good shape. I've seen it a lot worse than this. But I recently took it all apart and cleaned it, so it's still in really great shape. And actually, you're gonna pop out the ball. You can check that out. It's also in good shape. There's nothing really damaging it, or you know, there's no big marks or anything on it. But when you look in here, there is you know, it's got some dried catalyzed paint. And so what I do is I just, for the first thing, is I use the back end of a Q-tip and I kind of dig out this ring here. There's no filter in there. This is actually what seats this. And so I just kind of clean it out, make sure it's nice and clean. You know, I mean, if it's real bad, I bring it over to the sink and clean it out real good. This one is in great shape. And so, you know, sometimes you might need a little bit smaller little piece in there, and for some reason it just doesn't clean out. I mean, it doesn't wash out when you're cleaning out the machine after painting. But this is really great. I'm pleased with how that is. And to find that little bit of garbage in there, that's a sure sign that's what was happening. And so when you're reassembling this, what you want to do is, you know, you're just going to grease up these seals with a little bit of Vaseline. You know, just regular old petroleum jelly. I put it on the Q-tip and I rub it right around this. And then I put the ball in, slip that in like that, push it together nice and tight, right? Make sure it's nice and clean. Put a little more lubricant, and there's another, that white ring right there. I'm just gonna go around the sides with that. I don't want these to scratch as they're going in. And I'm gonna run real hot water through this when I'm done cleaning it. And so odds are, that was my issue. So I'm gonna stop right there and test it out. And so hopefully, that's what the problem is. If it wasn't, then I'm really gonna have to dig a little deeper into the machine. And that will be another video.